Hello and welcome. This is PappaZappa, and I'm very excited to bring you another Halo-themed tier list. I am joined by my esteemed friend Bishop again.
It's good to be back. I always love to chat some Halo, and I'm still Bishop.
Yep. We're here bringing you the Halo games vehicles from Halo 1 all the way until Halo Reach.
Yeah,
So, we've got a couple things to go through. Let's start off with the Grizzly from Halo Wars. I'm going to say as an Uber unit, it's pretty darn effective. However,
yeah,
it's pretty well known among the Halo Wars competitive community that Grizzlies are actually worse than Scorpions, which is
really.
really funny how they have less
It's
DPS.
it's definitely the worst, the least effective Uber unit for
Now, it
Halo
does have a
Wars.
good design. I do like the twin cannons. The campaign level where you just have two Grizzlies and you have to fight it through is pretty fun.
Oh yeah,
I would say that these are like a B tier unit.
yeah, yeah. I don't have super strong opinions on it because I usually go for Cutter,
Mm-hmm.
but
I'm with you there.
yeah,
Why pass up ODST?
yeah. Gremlin. I never used it too much, but the EMP can be useful against some enemies, from what I recall. I get more utility out of like DPS focused vehicles.
Yeah, therein lies the issue with the Gremlin. I dare you to run into an infantry and tell me what happens if uh,
Yeah,
if you use the Gremlin. I'm
I
trying to remember if it can be used against aircraft. I think it can,
don't even know.
but
I think it can craft sentinels or something.
right,
Like,
like, but the
that's it.
the problem is you invest a whole bunch of resources in this, and they just build one hunter
Hmm.
or like some ODSTs, and this thing is just rendered completely useless. I would be inclined to say that it's F tier, but I could be talked into D tier.
I would say maybe D tier just because there are worse. There's not really worse options in Halo Wars, but it'd be better than like a forklift.
That is true. You know what? You got a point there. At least it does something.
Yeah,
Next is the Locust. This is an anti-building unit. In Halo Wars,
yeah,
anyone who's played it knows that a wave of locusts coming at you is one of the worst things that can ever happen to you.
very, very strong. Yeah.
And they get shields. They're really hard to take down. Overall, it's just a really tough time dealing with locusts. I would say that these are one of the better units in Halo Wars to use
Yeah,
and to get used against you. I'd say at least A tier.
it is the weapon that you want your Spartans, or the vehicle that you want your Spartans to jack and steal for you. Maybe S, maybe A,
Let's go with
probably
A for
A.
now.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's one of the best vehicles ever, but maybe we'll reconsider it later.
The prototype armor, prototype suit from Halo Legends. It's pretty sick, and the that episode of Halo Legends, and I think every Halo player has wanted to use it in an actual Halo game at some point. It would definitely be S tier if it made it into a game, but you also do never get to use it.
Yeah, from looks and aesthetics alone, it is amazing. It's basically a Spartan suit, but if it were jacked and like could fight in the Warhammer
Yeah,
universe.
it's even more Gundam than the regular Spartan.
Yeah, I'm very fond of this as well. I'm gonna say A tier though, but not
Yeah,
above the Locust, just since it's aesthetics alone that's carrying this.
yeah, aesthetics carry. Yeah,
Now the Vampire is not like that. Vampire is one of the most deadly units to ever grace Halo. If you're building aircraft, this thing will just ruin your day every time. It heals itself. It steals your health, so it
yeah,
life steals. It's incredibly effective against aircraft, and they're hard to pin down. If you just build like five of these as the Covenant in Halo Wars, you've basically shut down any attempt to ever hit you with aircraft. But that's the problem as well. They're only useful against aircraft, basically.
mm,
So it's hard to say what you should rate it on based off of that. The Locust is more
uh,
generalist, so it's probably below that.
yeah. It is pretty ineffective against non-aircraft, and Really, unless you're fighting like a vulture or a bunch of hornets, the aircraft aren't much of a nuisance. You can get that job done with more infantry or other vehicles, and they have more utility than the vampire.
Hmm.
But the vampire's not bad or anything.
I mean, and think about it like this: you have to know ahead of time if your enemy's going for air with the
Yeah,
vampire because it takes a lot of setup to build. Whereas like
bit of a gamble.
anti-air for the UNSC is a little easier to get your hands on because you just build Wolverines.
Yeah,
So maybe top of B tier.
I prefer it to the grizzly
Yeah.
personally, or I prefer the grizzly
Oh, okay.
personally. I would
Gotcha.
say.
Yeah, I mean the Grizzly is more generally useful, so I suppose that's fair.
Yeah. What is that?
The Cobra.
Cobra? I never really used it.
Okay. Well, I'll give
It,
my
it
opinion on it then. It's really good. If
yeah.
you deploy it, it has the railgun, and that does a shit ton of damage to vehicles.
Okay.
And there's a meme you can do with it where you put like 10 cobras inside of an elephant,
Okay.
and it literally is unstoppable.
Maybe I'm sleeping on the Cobra. It
Yeah,
sounds
this
like I
thing,
am.
I'd say it's in the same thing that the vampire is at, where if they're not using vehicles, you're pretty much cucked. But if they
Hmm.
are,
They usually
they're
use vehicles, but
just destroyed.
yeah.
So for turtling, it's better than the vampire because you can really set up a nice turtle with a bunch of cobras and wolverines and some
Right.
Spartans like in scorpions. So I'd say
I'm more of a
probably
blitz.
higher, but that's about it.
Yeah. I think Blitz is more effective in Halo Wars though than turtling
Oh no,
usually.
it turtling is never effective. It's just funny. That's the
Yeah.
meme.
Cyclops is not great. It's okay if you want to destroy um buildings, but other than that, I didn't find much use for it.
It repairs
It's
your own buildings as well as your vehicles.
mm,
So that is a pretty solid use for it. But if you're trying to use it to destroy vehicles and repair buildings, that's taking away from your population cap.
yep.
And Halo Wars population cap is pretty damn low. I would say that it's just as about as useful as. No, it's a little more useful than the Gremlin. I'm inclined to either say top of D or C.
I'd say top of D. The engineer can heal everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
It's
Engineer
about
is a lot better than the Cyclops, in my opinion.
yeah. Wolverine, uh, pretty solid. It's got a cool design. I didn't use it as much as like the Scorpion, but you can slot it into your army, and it wouldn't. I always have at least one or two of them.
In my opinion, it's always worth having 3 Wolverines if you're playing UNSC. Even if you
Mm,
don't use the anti air capability of it, which it is incredible for, the anti building ability it has is very nice for dealing a lot of damage to like a Covenant base. As far
okay.
as unique vehicles go, I think it's better than the Cobra even. Like I want a Wolverine
Yeah,
always.
I agree.
Now the
But
Wraith, this is about as generalist as it gets. It's been in Halo since Halo 1, right?
yeah,
So, and it's made an appearance in every Halo, as far as I'm aware. The real
yeah,
ones, that is, the ones up to Reach. Um,
yeah.
the Plasma Mortar, it has a weird arc, and it sometimes takes a while to get there, but it is incredibly
Yep.
effective. I like that it gets a boost. Did it always have the boost, or was that like a Halo 2 and onward thing?
Well, Halo 2 was the first one you could use it in, and it had the boost, I think. So
Oh, okay, gotcha. So it was an enemy
it's
vehicle
always
up
had
until that
one.
point.
Yep, yep,
I would say that it's pretty damn good. Probably A tier at least. Like
yeah.
if you're in a Halo game, you want to use the Wraith. Now, is it
If I
better
can't,
than these other things in A tier? That's the question.
if I can't use the Scorpion, I want to use the Wraith. So I would probably put it at the top of A tier, just because it's even solid in Halo Wars when you're
Hmm.
comparing it to other vehicles.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I would say I would keep it A tier because it's just so useful in the FPS Halo games that it
Hmm.
it gets made. Prowler. It's got a really cool design, but it's kind of like just a worse Warthog or Spectre for the
Hmm.
most part.
It doesn't have a boost, I'm pretty sure.
I think it had a really short boost,
It,
like you just boost for a half a second or something.
it is really annoying to fight these in the Halo 3 Legendary campaign. They can kill you so fast.
Yeah, the
Um,
driver is pretty exposed, but he's pretty much covered from every angle except the side.
hmm.
Like if you see the driver from the side or behind, he's dead, but they really kind of run you down face on, so that doesn't happen a lot.
Hmm. I would be inclined to say these guys are C tier. It's very not remarkable, but it's not bad.
Yeah, yep, I agree.
The Falcon, it was really sad seeing this when Halo Reach dropped. I'm gonna be
Mm,
honest. Instead of the Hornet, anyone who had played Halo 3 when it came out up until
yeah,
Reach loves the Hornet, and if you don't, you're wrong.
yeah,
Um, and then the Falcon just isn't that. I mean, there's the version in the single player that has the chain gun at the front, thankfully,
yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah,
but that's not the one you get in the multiplayer, and that's what most people are playing, and Forge for that matter, especially because Forge was such a big deal in Reach.
yeah. Multiplayer version is pretty underwhelming, but the campaign version is solid, and that's a fun campaign mission. So
Why don't
we
we give it
it
bottom of
gets
B tier
led.
then? To like because
Bottom
it'd
of
probably be
B,
A
I think.
tier if it had the gun, but since it doesn't all the
Yeah,
time.
it looks really cool too. It gets a little points for that, so at least B tier. I, I think I think this is considered a hot take in the Halo community. I think most people love the Falcon. I
Really.
think we're gonna, I think we're gonna get a lot of negativity for rating the Falcon low and
B
kind
tier
of
is
bad
not
talking.
low, keep in mind. It's on the upper echelon. In my opinion,
People
if it were the
consider
unarmed version only, it would be C tier for sure.
I've talked to a lot of people that say it's better than the Hornet.
Well, they're wrong.
They are wrong, dude. They're so wrong.
Alright. The Vulture is up next.
Vulture, yeah. It's probably my favorite air vehicle in. I probably like the Hornet a little more, but I always want at least one or two vultures just because they can deal a lot of devastating damage. And if they're protected by a swarm of hornets, you almost don't need any infantry or vehicles.
Yeah, the air rush is really fun and powerful.
Yeah,
If they're not prepared for
yeah,
it, you can just dog someone down with vultures and hornets.
for sure.
Um, as far as like the UNSC Uber unit goes, this is basically the best thing they got. I prefer Hawks
Yeah,
personally, but this is really fun to use.
yeah.
Would I? I
It,
would rate it above the Locust, maybe not the Wraith.
yeah, above the Locust.
Okay. Oh boy, the forklift.
Forklift. Um, can we add forklift tier?
Well, it's already there. F for forklift.
Yeah, let's say F for forklift, but that is not an insult because it's a fun little joke vehicle. I like that. That works. Uh, Scarab. You never get
Scarab's
to drive it.
incredibly based.
It is pretty base. It's really good in Halo Wars.
Dude, building 2 Scarabs and 10 engineers is about the most fun you can have in Halo Wars.
Dude, two Scarabs. I repeat, two Scarabs. That. I still get chills when that part happens in Halo
Oh,
3
that
for
part
some
was
reason.
pissing me off in my legendary playthrough because I kept getting punked.
Oh, I got lucky and got through them pretty quickly. So
Yeah, like the ghost would shoot me out of the air if I was the Hornet. One time I had disabled the Scarab and it just turned its AA gun around and just blasted and destroyed me like two or
oh,
three
gotcha.
times.
Damn. Yeah, they can kill you pretty quick.
It's a little rough here and there. I would say that the Scarab is very iconic. It honestly S
Yeah.
tier for me.
Does it lose points because it's kind of annoying to fight, or does it gain points because that means it's stronger and better than other vehicles?
Well, I think that's. I don't. I think it's unfair to fight. I don't know if I would say. I guess it is kind of
Mm,
annoying, but like, that's just. Sometimes you get unlucky. I think that was more or
yeah.
less what was going on there.
A or B?
All right, so
but
I'm
definitely
saying
bottom
S.
of
You're saying
A.
A or B, and let's go with like. Do you prefer it to the Locust?
In Halo Wars, yeah.
Do you prefer it to the Vulture?
Yeah. In Halo Wars, yeah, for sure.
Do you prefer it to the
Yeah.
Wraith?
No.
Okay.
Ghost, solid vehicle in pretty much every game it's in. You can skip entire levels of Halo 2 just by boosting with a Ghost for like 5 minutes, and that's really useful on Legendary.
Yeah.
Um,
Especially considering Halo 2's Legendary is bullshit.
yeah, it is. If Iron wasn't always on, it wouldn't be so bad, but since Iron is always on, it makes it grueling. I think it's A tier. I would put it right below the Wraith myself.
So the Ghost is iconic. I love the boosting on it. The guns kinda suck though. Like
They're not,
especially on Legendary, anytime I'm using a Ghost, almost always if the enemy's shooting at me as well, I'm dead so fast.
you, see, that's why you run them over.
Not vehicles.
Yeah, vehicles. Yeah, it's weak. It's not great against other vehicles.
So I would say for that reason, for me, it'd probably be top of B tier. So we can split the difference
Yeah,
and put it like at the like here.
yeah, close to the bottom of A tier or
Okay.
whatever. Yeah, yeah, that works.
Now the standard stock Warthog. This
Yeah,
is, I mean, as far as he doesn't get much more Halo than the Puma, in my
no,
opinion.
it's reliable.
The
It's
chain gun
definitely
is
better than the
good.
Falcon.
The passenger seat's mostly useless, except for that time you can put a Spartan laser dude in the side. Then that's really really
Yeah,
good. It doesn't have the most armor. It goes fast enough. I would say that this
yeah,
is like when someone says Halo, this is probably the vehicle they're thinking of.
yeah,
So
uh,
notoriety's sake, it's S tier. Is it S
yeah.
tier to use? Not necessarily.
Really, no. I'd rather have a heavier vehicle that I actually control the gun on when I'm driving it.
Yeah, definitely. Especially considering the AI does not always choose the best targets.
No, but it is just insanely iconic, so it gets so many points for that.
I feel like it would probably be probably A tier. I don't think it makes it to S
Yeah,
tier. I think that
no,
it's not as good as the Locust.
yeah, yeah. That seems reasonable. What's that? The Hawk.
Yes.
Um, it's really good when you're playing as Anders. You only get it as Anders, and she doesn't get super good abilities otherwise, so I don't play as her a lot. But it it's probably one of the best air units in Halo Wars.
I would say it is the best air unit in Halo Wars. It's not even close.
Yeah,
It devastates whatever you go against with the Hawk. You just blow them back.
yeah, you're right. Yeah, it's basically a flat upgrade to the Hornet.
And then you can turn your Hornet army instantly into a Hawk army as well.
Hmm. Yeah. Wherever you would put it, I would say I'd probably A or
Well,
B,
it's hard to
somewhere in
say.
there.
The Grizzly is probably a good place for it to be above, just because it does take a lot
Yeah,
of investment to get there.
yeah, I prefer it to the Grizzly.
Yeah, we'll just leave it there then.
Root Chopper, I really like it. It seems like the guns are stronger than the Ghost, at least in Halo 3, and the ability to just run into another vehicle and explode it makes it better than the Ghost in that regard. But the boost is way more limited, and it is a little less maneuverable,
hmm
so kind of balances it out.
What are
But
you
the
thinking?
vehicle ramming alone makes it really, I would say, at least A tier.
I
Because
personally do not care for the Brute Chopper pretty much at all. I like the Ghost a lot better. Um, I would say this thing is not higher than B tier in my opinion.
if it's B tier, it's top of B tier.
I don't know, dude. That's a tough one. I guess. Yeah, that's fine. This is the Revenant, I think.
Yeah,
Pretty bad, honestly. It's like a mini Wraith. Really
yeah.
not that
I
useful.
I really like it. I think it's really cool. But yeah, it's I don't prefer it to the regular race. I prefer it to the Ghost in Halo Reach, probably, but
It's very underwhelming. I've never been excited to be in a Revenant.
yeah, underwhelming, I would say.
So I'd
I
put
would
it
have
with
rather
C
had the
tier.
Spectre come back, probably. I would put it above the Prowler in C tier.
That's
Yeah,
fine. Prowler is even more underwhelming.
yeah, yeah. Um, Elephant.
Yep.
You use it in one multiplayer mission in Halo, or multiplayer level in Halo 3.
Hmm.
It's neat. It's basically just a mobile base. Kind of hard to rate it as a vehicle itself. It's just a way to move turrets around the map.
It is also, you protect one in a level of Halo 3 ODST. You don't really
True.
interact with it. And then in
I mean,
Halo
that one's an alt,
Wars, it's a pretty
so.
useful vehicle for like that trick I was talking about with the Cobra
Oh yeah.
earlier.
Halo Wars, it does get a lot of bonuses. So
You can train
I don't know.
ODSTs out of it. That's one example.
Yeah, but I'd drop ODSTs,
Well, you only get 10 drops at a time.
right?
So, I mean, honestly,
Look,
it's very niche. I'll put it that way. It's C tier,
C tier.
in my opinion.
Yeah, maybe mid C tier or
Hmm. It's really not that
yeah,
remarkable.
no.
Now the Hornet.
Hornet is
It,
probably,
it's the
if there is one S tier,
it,
it's the Hornet.
it's the Hornet. Yeah,
I
it's
don't.
remarkable. It's got lock-on missiles, kind of.
Yeah,
It's got a minigun that's really good. You can let
yeah.
Wingman get on and have Spartan lasers.
It,
It's
it's
so
very
much fun to
maneuverable.
use in the multiplayer.
It is. It's awesome to use in a Halo 3 ODST firefight in NCC. It shreds. That's probably the most fun I've had in Halo in a while using that when it finally got added to ODST firefight.
Hmm.
So,
I personally have not played the MCC ODST stuff. I know
oh
they added the
man,
flood at some point.
yeah, flood firefight is super awesome.
Yeah, I'm totally fine with this being S tier. It's honestly such a great vehicle. Like, and this
Definitely.
probably goes back a lot to our childhood, where me and Bishop played Sandbox Halo 3 multiplayer and used
Yeah,
the Hornet all the time.
yeah. No, I think it's probably the best vehicle in Halo. It's definitely my favorite.
How about the Banshee?
Banshee, it's good. Um, the fact that you have to figure out how to strafing run with it, kinda, because it's always moving forward. But once you get that down, it's pretty solid, and the Banshee tricks are good for avoiding enemy fire. But it's probably not better than like, I don't know if I would choose a Ghost or a Banshee in most situations. Probably a Banshee for the height advantage, but
Well, remember you get the fuel rod gun.
yeah, the fuel rod gun, especially in Halo 2, is really good.
I would say the Banshee is also S tier, personally.
S
I
tier,
I love using the Banshee. The tricks are really fun to do. The jacking it in midair is really fun.
yeah,
The levels that you play with it are always really fun.
true.
Really, I honestly maybe like it more than the Hornet.
I wouldn't put it above the Hornet, but S tier, I could be convinced. That's an argument you could convince me of, I think.
Okay. How about the troop transport hog?
Group Transport Hog, it's cool to carry a lot of Marines at once, and if you can get them all power weapons, then yeah, you're gonna have a good time.
Can't normally use this in the multiplayer. There is one
Well,
level in Halo 3 where you can spawn it in, or not, it is spawned in, and if you go out of
yeah.
bounds, you can get to it. But that's it.
Hmm.
And it's like
Yeah,
a,
you pretty much only use it on Savo Highway, right?
yeah, it also shows up for a section right at the end, or right at the end of like the first third of the Covenant, but there's no
Hmm.
enemies.
Right.
So basically, Savo Highway. In Savo Highway, you don't really get a chance to give it the best weapons ever. I think maybe you can get a rocket
True.
launcher for it.
Yeah. It doesn't really get a chance to shine. It wouldn't. It's not bad. It just never really come into its own in terms of being used in the sandbox.
I'd say that it's either bottom of C tier or D tier.
Probably top of D tier.
Okay.
Scorpion, especially if we're talking CE or 2, is another S tier because the coaxial gun plus um, the main turret is very powerful. Yeah, yeah,
I'm gonna
Scorpion
be
tier.
straight up with you. I think the Scorpion's the best vehicle in the game.
Yeah, I like the Hornet more, but the Scorpion's probably better.
The Halo Wars, if you get a Spartan in it and it has power turret,
Yeah,
is
yeah,
one of the highest DPSs of any vehicle.
it's super good in
The
Halo Wars
Halo 1
also.
and 2 Scorpions have the coax, like you were talking about.
Yeah,
Halo 3 has a pretty damn good Scorpion as well. There was not one point where I'm like, damn, the Scorpion could be more powerful. No, it was perfect. The
like
night,
I missed the coaxial gun, but other, yeah,
and then
I didn't.
ODST, it's great in the level you get it there.
Yeah,
Halo Reach, I kind of hate it, but only on the multiplayer. And that's because, for whatever reason, they decided, gee, wouldn't it be a great idea if the driver were exposed and could be sniped out of it?
yeah,
I
I
don't know
didn't like
what
that.
the fuck they were thinking on that decision, honestly.
The Covenant don't really snipe you out of it in Halo Reach when you're using it in the campaign, though, and that's what I play mostly.
Yeah, so that's why that's not really going to affect my rating as much. I still think
Yeah,
this is the best vehicle Halo has to offer.
yeah, I agree. I I can be convinced of that. Yeah.
Now, the
Gauss
Gauss
Hog,
Hog is incredible as well. It is
it's
so
better
much
than the
fun to
one.
use a Gauss Hog in any level that it's in.
Yeah,
Um,
there's no situation where I would pick the regular hog over the Gauss Hog.
yeah, no, literally 0% chance is that ever going to happen.
Yeah,
I would say that this is another S tier, straight up with you.
yeah.
Now, is it better than the Banshee? Maybe.
It shreds the Banshee. It can mess up the Banshee really fast.
Is it better than the Hornet? No.
No, is it Gauss or Goss? Who knows?
um, I
I've
think
heard
it's
both.
Gauss because it's named after the dude, and his name was Gauss.
Hmm. Yeah, I remember we used to call it the Goss Hog.
That is true. I do recall that.
Yeah, Mongoose. It's a neat idea, but I would never pick it if I had any other vehicle to choose from.
I actually tried to pick it over the regular Warthog and just put an ODST on the back with the Spartan laser, but it did not go well for me.
Hmm.
And I think
It's
that
cool.
that says volumes.
It's cool using it on Mombasa streets.
Yeah, and like ODST just getting around.
Yeah. When it's like the only vehicle you can get other than jacking a ghost.
Hmm.
It's cool. But other than that,
It's fun in that in the fourth level of Halo 3 when you have to use the guys with the rocket launchers on the back.
oh yeah, that was cool.
I would
On
say that this
legendary
is
though, you'll get
probably
swamped
a
if you
C
fuck
tier
with it.
though.
Yeah, C tier.
Like more useful than the elephant barely.
Yeah,
Now, how about the anti-air Warthog? I mean, it's okay in firefight in that one Halo Reach level.
yeah. I I don't think I prefer it to the regular hog. Rocket
Yeah?
hog is just kind of okay. Um, maybe low low B, maybe
I mean,
probably above the
I
Falcon.
prefer the Falcon to this. I'm gonna be straight up with you.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, I would rather have the Falcon with a gun on it.
And that's kind of where we have it mediumed out, whereas this thing's
Yeah,
always like this.
yeah,
So we'll just go with that.
yeah. That makes sense. Pelican, iconic dropship. It looks super cool. Um, I think there's a couple levels in Halo Reach where you can glitch and use it. I don't know if it has weapons though. I
Really?
never did that glitch. I think so.
That's pretty cool. I didn't know that.
It's just solid.
Hmm.
It's very.
I mean, you
A
can use
tier,
it in Halo Wars to transport big amounts of units, and that's sort of
yeah.
useful. You
I would
don't.
give it A tier just because of its presence in Halo, but
I
it's
think
not.
overall it's probably more B tier than it is A tier. I'm gonna be straight up with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it could probably be like below the Grizzly.
If we're judging it on vehicles you can use, yeah, but I would just give it points for being like
Oh
the
no,
Halo
that's
drop.
with giving it points for being iconic.
You
Because
think?
otherwise it's pretty much completely useless outside of one Halo Wars function.
Hmm. Yeah, I guess B tier, like smack dab in the middle of the list. Then,
How about the Phantom?
uh, probably about the same for as the Pelican, I guess. It's pretty annoying when the Phantom is shooting at you uh, in any Halo game. Especially, I think in Reach, they start giving it a little bit of an area of effect, so it's harder to hide from the turret.
At least in Halo Reach you can destroy the Phantoms. In Halo 3 they're invincible, like when you're in a Scorpion or
Mm,
otherwise.
you blow them up in a Scorpion and Halo 3.
Not in my experience.
Nah, remember the ODST says tank beats Hunter, tank beats uh, something else, then tank beats everything when you blow up a Phantom.
That's when you he had that line say to me when you were just blowing up like wraiths.
Yeah, I think you do Wraith, Hunters, and then Phantom.
I do not recall ever being able to destroy Phantoms in Halo 3.
Hmm. Maybe it takes more shots on Legendary or something.
Could be. Um, I think you can destroy him with the Hunter or with the Hornet though.
Yeah, I think so. You do destroy them in
I
normal,
would
I'm
say
pretty
just
sure.
because you fight them, that makes them more impactful than the Pelican automatically.
Yeah, yeah,
And then what about the Spirit? I personally think it's a downgrade from the Phantom.
yeah. I like it in Halo CE and Reach, but the Phantom is. I get why it mostly replaced the Spirit.
Okay, pretty clear then. I
I
mean,
would put
they're
it
basically
below.
the same vehicle. It's just
I,
how you prefer the aesthetics, in my opinion.
I would put it below the Pelican though.
I guess that's fair. It does look the goofiest out of the three.
Yeah, I do like the concept that the centerpiece can carry vehicles, but having your units in a horseshoe around it is a little weird. It's very alien, so that works. But Spectre, I really have a soft spot for. I wish it would show up in a Halo game. I love the design. Um, I think it's pretty fun to use as a Covenant Warthog, and it deserves to be in more games than just Halo 2. What do you think?
I think it's pretty unremarkable. Like I don't even remember. Does it have a boost?
Yeah,
It's okay then. Like every time it shows up, I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I have this vehicle now. I feel
yeah.
the same about it basically as I do the Prowler, but if it has a boost, then it's better than that.
I would put it probably. I think I prefer it to the Revenant a little bit, so I might put it at the top of C tier.
That's fine. Yeah, we can do that. The Revenant's very unremarkable, so it's not like I'm going to fight to defend it.
Hmm.
Now, the anti-air wraith, it's a really weird one because they have you fight these all the time, but you never get to
Yeah,
use them unless you glitch it out. And I know it's possible
yeah,
in Halo 3
yeah,
and
yeah.
ODST.
Yeah, I've done that before. It's not bad when you glitch it, but it's not really used in any place where it would have much utility. Because yeah, you can fire it at um banshees or whatever, or like a few ground units in the Covenant, but
Hmm.
then the time to use it is over. So
Yeah, it's so limited in use. They're not really a threat when you
yeah.
fight them. Like they very
No,
rarely actually turn to face you and shoot at you. I would say these are about
would
as like C or D tier as it gets.
I would put it in D tier even.
Okay, now where in D tier are we thinking? Like, I think it's better than the
Probably.
Gremlin.
Mm, yeah, that's fair.
Okay.
Shade, not Shade, Shadow. They're cool in the convoy. They have a neat design, but other than that, there's not a lot to say about them.
Yeah, they're pretty forgettable. Just by that measure, I'd say probably D tier.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
that
probably the
seems
bottom
reasonable.
even, because at least I remember the Gremlin.
Yeah,
Now, what was this one called?
Saber. That's a Saber.
The Saber from Halo Reach. You use it in one level. I heard if you're playing on Master Chief Collection, it's crazy because the enemies are tied to tick rate.
I think so, yeah.
But in the original Halo Reach, it's perfectly usable.
Yeah.
It's like a human banshee, basically. It's not really that crazy. I didn't particularly enjoy using it the most.
It's better than the Banshee on the mission you use it
Well,
in,
yeah, but you
for
only
sure.
use it in one mission ever.
Yeah.
Um, and it's kind
It's
of
in
cool doing
MCC.
starfighting.
It's an MCC Forge World, so that's pretty sweet.
Oh, that is nice. I'm
Yeah.
inclined to say that this thing is like probably B tier. It's not crazy to me. I don't. It has a cool design. It's all right.
It's good when you get to use it, but yeah, probably bottom of B tier.
Oh no, it's better than the anti-aircraft hog, and I'd say it's better
Yeah,
than the Falcon.
yeah. I was just thinking in terms of you never really use it, but judging just stats wise, yeah, it is better.
Hmm. Well, the Falcon you use the same amount if you think about it, because it's only there for one campaign mission.
Right.
And then looks like
Um,
this is a double here, so we'll move that out of the
it,
way. Looks like this is our last
uh,
vehicle. That's
the
crazy.
Spade. The Spade is our last vehicle we're carrying to rate.
If it wasn't for
Um,
Jorge, it would be the worst.
um, yeah, it was a cool Mega Block set, kinda. That's about it.
I,
I like that it. I like that you can find like 4 or 5 different colors of it in Winter Contingency. That
mhm.
was neat. But other than that, it's a Warthog without a turret,
Now,
and you
thankfully,
can't
pretty
really
much
carry
every time it
multiple
shows
guns.
up, George is in the party, so you
Yeah,
effectively have a turret. It's just not a
yeah,
rotating turret, so it's worse.
for sure.
I would say this thing's D tier, dude. I'm gonna be straight up with you.
Maybe forklift here.
It's better than forklift though.
It's better than the forklift. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
we can put it in forklift here. I think that's fine.
I think that's. I think that's a good spread. That's
Honestly,
almost a parabola.
it's pretty good. It a little top heavy because we have so much in B tier, but I think that's a
Hmm.
good thing to show. Like the Halo vehicles are really good for the
Yeah,
most part. Almost all their designs are worth looking at. It's just whether or
Halo
not they're
vehicles.
useful is the other
Yeah,
thing.
they're either really good or just a fun novelty. There's not really any vehicles where I'm just like, oh, I've got to use this. Really? It's
Mm-hmm.
always like, yeah, this is a neat little vehicle. It'll get the job done.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Like even when you're in the troop transport hog, the only reason you don't want to use it is just because you can't get a full crew.
Yeah,
So I think that we've got it pretty well. And the Scorpion being the top, not surprising to me whatsoever, with the Hornet being
no,
behind it. Like I think this S
yeah,
tier is not particularly surprising.
no. I think those are the best Halo vehicles.
I think as far as like differences I would have if it were just me, that Scarab would probably be an S tier.
Yeah, you could you could definitely put it in an S tier.
I just really like
Um,
using it in Halo Wars, but that is only one game.
yeah,
So, I mean, you could argue that with Hornet as well, but I think it has a
true.
little more reach because Halo 3 is like the most played of the Halo games.
Right.
So I think we
Yeah.
did a pretty good job here.
Yeah, I think so.
All right. Well, if you this was PappaZappa and my esteemed friend Bishop.
Yeah, thanks for having me again. Yeah, I don't have anything to say.
Nice. It was a good list. I hope you, the viewer, enjoyed it, and if you did, consider liking and subscribing. Until next time, Auf Wiedersehen.